In this video, let's do the last subtopic from the chapter Number Systems, and the last subtopic is Laws of Exponents for Real Numbers. You have already learned the laws of exponents for rational numbers and other numbers in your lower classes. Now the same idea is extended to real numbers. Suppose you have a real number a which is greater than 0 and n which is a positive integer. Then nth root of a is equal to b if b raised to n is equal to a. In other words, nth root of a can be written as a raised to 1 upon n. So this is one of the main things that you have to know. Now let us take some examples based on this. So if you have cube root of 2, so you know n is 3 here, a is 2, then you can write it as 2 raised to 1 upon 3. Suppose you have a number of this type, then how can you write it as? You can write it as, there are two ways. First, you take the half inside and keep the 3 outside. Okay, this is what 4 raised to half or 4 raised to 1 upon 2 is the same as square root of 4. So square root of 4 raised to 3. Okay, what is square root of 4? Square root of 4 is 2. So you have 2 cube, which is 8. Or another way in which you can do this is, instead of taking half inside, you take 3 inside. Okay, by laws of exponents, you know you can do it. The reason is because 3 upon 2 can be written as 3 into half, correct? So because of that, and this law you have already learned for other numbers. So for that reason, if you use that, you'll get 4 cube. If I take 3 inside the bracket, you'll get 4 cube raised to half. What is 4 cube? 4 cube is 64. So 64 raised to half. It is same as writing square root of 64, which is 8. So you can say in both the ways you get the same answer. So this power or exponent can be split in this form and you can simplify and obtain the answer. Now let us see the laws of exponents. Let a greater than 0 be a real number and let m and n be integers such that m and n have no common factors other than 1 and n is greater than 0. So you have a real number and two integers m and n. Okay, and these integers m and n which are there here, they have no other common factors than 1, means they are co-prime. Then you can write a raised to mn as square root or nth root of a raised to m, or you can also write it as nth root of a raised to m. That is what we have done here. Okay, this was the example of this type. So it was here a raised to m was 3, n was 2. So you took in the first case 2 inside. So you got square root of 4 raised to 3. And or in the second case, you took the 3 inside. So first you got 4 cube, then you took the square root. So this first identity or law example is this you see here. Okay, now let us go to the next law. In the next law it says, if you have a raised to p into a raised to q, then this can be written as a raised to p plus q. Okay, here this also you have already come across, that if you have the same base and a different exponent, then you can write it as a raised to p multiplied by a raised to q can be written as a raised to p plus q. The third law is a raised to p raised to q can be written as a raised to pq. The fourth law says a raised to p upon a raised to q. If you divide two real numbers which have the same base but different exponents, then you can write it as a raised to p minus q. Fifth law says a raised to p into b raised to p is equal to ab raised to p. If you have different base but the same exponent or powers, then you can write it as ab raised to p. Multiply these numbers and then raise it to the power of p. So these are some of the laws of exponents, and here p and q can be any rational number. Okay, and you know a is called the base and p is called the exponents. So these numbers down there are called bases. So these are the laws, and based on these laws, let us solve some problems. The first example is simplify 2 raised to 2 upon 3 multiplied by 2 raised to 1 upon 3. You can see here we said p and q can be any rational number. Okay, if you look at this problem, you know it is of the form a raised to p into a raised to q. Same base but different exponents. So we can write this as a raised to p plus q. So this is equal to 2 raised to 2 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. And this is equal to 2 raised to same base. So I can add them 2 plus 1 upon 3, which is 3. So 3 upon 3. So this is equal to 2 raised to 1. And the answer or the value of this is 2. So the law used here is a raised to p into a raised to q is equal to a raised to p plus q. Now let us take the second example. 3 raised to 1 upon 5 the whole raised to 4. This is of the form a raised to p raised to q. And you know this is equal to a raised to pq. So you can multiply them. So you get here a raised to, so 3 raised to 4 multiplied by 1 upon 5 is 4 upon 5. So this is equal to 3 raised to 4 upon 5. The third example, 7 raised to 1 upon 5 upon 7 raised to 1 upon 3. This is of the form a raised to p upon a raised to q, right? Because they have the same base but different exponents. And you know this is equal to a raised to p minus q. So using that law, I can write this as 7 raised to 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 3. And this is equal to, you know they are not the same base. Here the denominators are not same. So you have to take LCM or cross multiply. So you get this equal to 3 minus 5 upon 15. And this is 7 raised to minus 2 upon 15. The fourth example, 13 raised to 1 upon 5 multiplied by 17 raised to 1 upon 5. Now this is of the form a raised to p. You can see bases are different but exponents are same. So it's of the form a raised to p and base is different. So p raised to p itself, which is a raised to a b raised to p. So if I use that law, this is written as 13 multiplied by 17 raised to 1 upon 5. And this is equal to, on multiplication I get 221 raised to 1 upon 5. Now let us look at the fifth example. 64 raised to half. Now you can see here, when you have something like this, okay, what you have to do is, if you have to see whether this base which is there here, whether you can write it as square of some number. Why square? Because it is 2 here, and if I write it as a square of some number, then by using the property a raised to p q, you know this is a raised to p multiplied by q. So in this case, if I write this as square of some number, then say it will be a square multiplied by half. This number will get cancelled and you'll get a raised to 1, which is a. So for that purpose, we write this number as square of some number. Okay, so here we write it as, 64 is 8 square. So using this I get here 8 square raised to half, which is same as 8 raised to 2 multiplied by half, and this is equal to 8. Let us take the next example, 6th one. Here you have to find 16 raised to 3 upon 4. Now I can write this as 16 raised to 1 upon 4, the whole cube, or I can write this as 16 raised to 3 raised to 1 upon 4. It's one of the same thing. Okay, so here, or the third way I can do is, I'll check if I can write this number as fourth root of some number. Okay, power of some, fourth power of some number, so that I can cancel this 4. So 2 raised to 4 is 16. So if I write 2 raised to 4 here, then I'll get 3 upon 4, and this 4 and this 4 gets cancelled, and it is 2 cube, which is 8. Or this is the same way, or I can first find the cube of 16 and then check if I can get fourth root of that number. So this is a much simpler way that you can use and find the value of this number or simplify this number. So these are some of the examples based on the laws of exponents for real numbers.